So every Thursday morning that I wake up, I ask this one question to myself, that is expiry day trading worth it? Right. And again, I've been doing this expiry day trading for quite some time now, and I've been doing this very successfully, but still feel that anxiety every Thursday morning. And I have to ask myself, is it really worth it? Because first thing first, expiry day trading is stressful, right? Doesn't matter how long you have been doing it, it never gets easier. It is just the nature of the day that it is so volatile, and you have to manage your risk. You have to basically sit in front of the screen all day long. You cannot move. I mean, if you are an active expiry day trader, you cannot afford to keep moving from your desk away. You have to monitor, how the market is doing. Now, personally, for me, Thursdays are also fasting days, right? So I fast on Thursdays, so I don't eat basically throughout the day, and that also builds some pressure because my sugar level starts to drop during the day. And then I have to see whether I'm mentally ready to handle all the volatility that especially picks up in the second half. And given that I have started trading more on Bank Nifty, one of the things with Bank Nifty is that it's not an easy index to trade, right? So I mean, you can see this bar right here. If you would have sold an option for 10 rupees and you just waited for 5 minutes, this 10 rupee option which you have sold could have easily gone to 50 or 60 rupees just with this one big red bar. So you can imagine an option seller who is selling a 10 rupee option in the hope of making 10 rupees. If they are seeing a loss of 50 rupees, 60 rupees, it can be a very debilitating situation, because you don't want to be taking an excessive loss on a trade like this. So that is the speciality of Bank Nifty, that it creates that kind of a huge spikes against you sometimes, that it's hard for us to manage the risk all the time. And one of the reasons why I think the anxiety in option sellers have gone up recently is because of these freak trades. So freak trades, those of you don't know, those are those trades where the prices of execution, they are much higher than the regular prices. And I've actually made a video about this. I mean, those of you don't know, you can just watch that video, you will understand what I'm talking about. So every Thursday I have to ask myself, is it really worth it, right? Should I be doing expiry day trading today? And I can tell you by the end of the day, I almost always feel that it is not worth it. But by the next Thursday, I change my mind. Now, why do I change my mind by the next week? See, the experience is of course stressful. I will not deny it. It is definitely very stressful, because you have to sit in front of the screen all day long. You have to go through this volatility, especially in Bank Nifty, and there is a risk that things will not work out and everything, right? So, but the reason next week I again come back with the opinion that, maybe just give it one more shot, is because of the consistency of the results, right? However stressful the day might be, the end result of that day happens to be good. And that is one of the reasons why I keep doing it, because the success rate is really good. It's really high. So that is something which I have to tell myself that, okay, let's just suck it up, let's just do it. And I mean, it's working. Stress is just part of the job, right? So anyway, so that was a long commentary, but let's talk about today. So what happened was, so previous day in Nifty, we saw that the market made a bearish pattern, and some of you might already know this. This is called a dark cloud cover. And typically what it signals is there is a little bit of a loss of momentum because of this. And the expectation, at least in the near term, after a day like this, is that the market is going to reverse a little bit, or lose a little bit of a ground from the top. Right. So when I entered today in the market, I felt, okay, this is a good setup for us. So if the market starts to break the previous day's low, there is a momentum on the downside, and then you can easily make a good amount of money by selling call options. And that is exactly what I started doing. I sold call options in the morning, and for some time I also felt I was doing fine. But then the market has a will of its own. As we know, that market doesn't really oblige to what we think the market should do. Market does what the market does, right? So what happened was, instead of collapsing, the market started to consolidate, and then it started to form a base, and then from there it started rallying. And again, you have to react. As a trader, you always have to react. You cannot always speculate. You always have to keep moving with the markets. So I took a loss on the call options that I had sold, and then I reversed my position. I sold put options, and then as the day turned out to be, it was fine. I mean, there was a little bit of a fluctuation from the top in the second half, but that was manageable. So the day turned out to be fine, and by adapting to the market moves, by not having a fixed opinion, that opinion of that the market probably will crack, it dragged me down in the first, I would say, 1 hour or so. But after I let go of my mindset and I just started flowing with the market, it all made sense. So this is how the day ended, and I mean it's fine, it's all good. Not to say that it was not stressful, but I'm sure it was worth it. So I mean, the one thing I will tell you guys, I mean, there's not much to talk about as far as the day is concerned, because it's just a very clear cut kind of a day, right? If you sold put options on Nifty or Bank Nifty, you basically made money, right? But I will tell you guys one thing, that there is no fixed formula for expiry day trading. So a lot of people, they come to me, they say, okay, can we automate expiry day trading? And I'm sure there are people out there who have done it, but I always think that this is one of the hardest thing to do, right? On expiry days, I mean, you can automate other strategies, but when it comes to expiry day, that thing, I think it's not that easy, because for several reasons. One of them is the way the algos are playing out. The volatility has picked up significantly. I don't think you can have one formula that fits all the days, right? So you can take the expiry days of the last 1 year and you can see one day will not look similar to the next day, right? That's not how the market works. So I think human brain is more capable of handling these uncertainties than an algo, at least at this point of time. And if you guys disagree, let me know in the comments below. I want to see how many of you have actually automated these strategies. But for me personally, I still feel maybe this is not the right strategy to get automated. Anyway guys, this is what the day was like, and I thought let's just get this channel started with this one video. And what I wanted to do actually in this video was to do actually more of a live trading, like actual take the trades and show it. But we didn't have the setup handy, we didn't have it ready at the time, so I'm doing this after the fact. But my plan is to do more of the live trades, to actually, when we are taking the trades, take the screenshots, I mean take the recording at that time. But we need to have a better level of preparation before we can do any of that. Anyway, so I wanted to get started with this channel. So many of you actually had asked for it, and finally we are doing it, so I'm happy about it. So guys, I will just close it with this one thing, that this is a personal channel. I don't filter things out. I just speak my mind. So please, ignore some of the things that you don't like, and be frank with me. This is more of a personal journey that I'm sharing with you. So it's not like, I'm trying to create a perception of something, or I'm trying to sell you something. It's just something which this is like my daily experience, right? So with that is the intent of this channel. So if you want to stick to the other channel, which has a more of a structured way, it has a very well researched way of looking at things, I mean, go for it, stick to that. This channel is going to be very organic. This is going to be very informal, very informal. I will talk about a lot of stuff that I have on my mind. Sometimes it's related to trading, sometimes related to investing, sometimes related to philosophy, psychology, I mean, whatever, my history for that matter. I love talking about that. So that is what this channel is going to be all about, right? So please, adjust your mindset. I know you have been listening to me for some time on that other channel, but this is going to be a little different. So with that said, guys, I'm hoping that we are on the right track with this channel. I want to take it ahead. I want to do this for a very long time. So I need your support. I need your encouragement to keep doing this. And hopefully you guys also feel that you are getting some value out of it. You are getting some perspective from a real life trader, right? So hopefully it's working out for both of us. Okay, take care.